I just noticed that your picture had you. Wait.
Huh? Oh, wait.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another exciting episode of Meet the. I'm Troy Rawlings, and today we have a very special guest. You'll hear me say brother from another mother. Can't say that today because we got the same mother. This is actually my brother. For all y'all ladies and gentlemen that were asking, this is actually my brother. I always give people roses before they up and out of here. So this is my first martial arts instructor, my first barber instructor, he's known me for 46 years. I'm only 45, but he knew me when I was in the womb. He's my first bodyguard, mentee, my last martial arts instructor, actually. I gotta get back into it. Fitness trainer, infantry, military specialist, police officer. I think the first black police officer on the New Lino was at Leesville Police Department.
Right.
Entrepreneur, phenomenal teacher, grandmaster martial arts, world champion, blah, blah, blah. I can keep going on and on. This is the first time I probably weighed more than him in his lifetime. So we're going to jump around. I do like a Tarantino thing. Give it up for Guru Del Ali Rawlings.
Hello. What's happening, baby bro? Hello, everyone. Finally made it here. I'm out in what I call the skybox, the back cave, relaxing between sessions. That's what I'm doing.
Yes.
What you got?
Let's jump on this first. I'm gonna jump around a little bit, and I'd like to do interviews like I don't even know who the hell you are, but let's see, because like I said, the first time in your life you probably weighed less than me. You lost 100 pounds.
Yes.
No operation.
No
crazy ass tea.
No tea.
Right. So let's start there, because a lot of people are gonna wonder. Is everybody on that tip gonna wonder how did that go down? How did that take place, and why?
Okay. I'll try to do it as quickly as I can.
Right.
Basically, I was an individual that owned a gym, but I wasn't really doing what I was preaching, so I got out overweight and I got over 300 pounds. I gained a lot of weight, because I was muscular, but I gained a lot of fat over it from just being lackadaisical and what we call living high off the hog, just eating round the clock, doing what I want to do. 2013, I came down with blood clots. I had a DVT in my left leg and it burst and gave me 31 PEs, pulmonary embolisms. I had 31 pulmonary embolisms. And they told me I was very, very close to dying. I didn't have no pain, guys. I'm going to be honest, from all the training and stuff I've been through in my life. I had no pain. But they told me if I didn't change my lifestyle, things would change. So I got with a doctor. Doctor asked me to lose 26 pounds. And I was about 300 pounds then. And I said, okay. And I came back in 6 months and I had lost 80 pounds from just dieting and working out the way that I know to work out and doing the things that I know to do, and abstinence, meditation, and just, thinking clean and trying to reduce stress. That's what did. No pills, no shakes, no teas, none of that. No whey. I'm hitting everybody. I'm gonna get them all. Nothing. Water, green tea in a green cup. Yeah. Getting up 5 o'clock in the morning off your behind, putting the Twinkies down and driving on and doing good. That's what did it. And I'm his big brother.
He's got me by a decade. It don't look like it, but he got me by 10 years. He's 10 years older, and looking great. And I remember I remember getting the text, and my brother and his wife, they keep a tight ship. My brother has a bedtime. You look at him, oh, how you look so good? Well, he gets up early but he likes to go to bed kind of early unless it's weekend. He got some work to do. He's very regimented. He has a very military mindset when it comes to scheduling. So when I get a text at 12 a.m. Los Angeles time from Maryland, and it was his wife saying, "Hey, send up a prayer," I had to call her immediately, like, what's going on? And the blessing was the neighborhood you lived in. I think you said you had the doctor, and you said it felt different. Now, this is key for a lot of men especially, because men will. We have our pops, rest in peace. Our pops laid in the bed until he couldn't get out the bed, and then when he went to the hospital, it was like, "Yeah, you got some fluid around your lungs, but we worried about your body not producing blood." And that's when he found out he was really, really sick. But Dell said he felt something. He used to dealing with pain. He said he felt. You said you felt something. It wasn't normal. It wasn't the normal.
Yeah, it was the pain from the blood clot in my calf muscle. Actually, I went to get a pedicure, and the young lady was doing a they massage your calf muscle when they do the pedicure. And I guess when she did it, she may have broke something loose, because whatever she did made
a pain shoot up.
Made the chain reaction start. And then my leg swelled up. And then from there, I felt the excruciating pain in my calf muscle. And that, I was on key with my body, how it works. So I felt the pain. The doctor checked it. They said, you have a blood clot. To the hospital. And that was it.
And this happens to a lot of people who are in fitness. Serena had almost, I think it was around the same time as Serena. That happened. I think 2013 is when Serena had hers, or a little bit earlier, and Serena had hers, and they, it could have took her out. And a lot of times people hear blood clots and thinking, oh, what was her health? No, a lot of people who are fitness people, you hear about people dying on treadmills and stuff like that. They don't know.
Yeah, and they died from one, and I had 32, so I feel blessed, and I'm going to teach as many people how to get right as quickly as possible and look younger than their birthday as quickly as possible.
And one of the key things, just touching on the fitness, and let's go back. We in Tarantino a little bit. Let's go back. Where are you originally? For those that don't know.
Where am who?
Where are you originally from? For those that don't know.
We from Baltimore, Maryland. Originally 300 Fremont Avenue. That's West Baltimore, Southwest Baltimore to be specific.
Yeah, and what led you to get into the martial arts? I mean, it was not mistaken.
What led me to get into martial arts was bullies. I'm gonna be honest.
Was what? You said bullets?
Bullies. Bullets came later. Bullies came first. First there was bullies.
Right.
Bullies, man. The bullies back in the days was like they was ahead of their time.
It wasn't no computers.
Yeah, one no
knock on your door.
One no keyboard warriors, and one no keyboard warriors. Yeah, they was, and they came deep to your front door, asked you to come outside, knock on your door, your father answered the door, be like, can I have a glass of water? Yeah, I can have a glass of water. There's 20 guys outside waiting for you. That's how it was back in the day. Bullies, it was what got me into martial arts. And then actually I was short, man. I was short and skinny for a long time. And when I went to school, I guess in my elementary days, I was, kind of like a kid where my mother tried to dress me real nice. So I didn't know about children who didn't have anything, and what they would do when you came through spit shine and alone.
And the sweater.
Yeah. The little sweater with the V-neck, with the V, and the Buster Brown white bottom shoe. The white bottom shoe.
The chocolate boy with the slick haircut.
Hey, man, I was clean. Everybody had dirt on them when I went to school. I came to school clean, bro. Better than having. I went no snot, nothing. I come in there, and they brought me in right, man. They like, do you have any dreams? We want everything you had. We want your dreams. We want your lunch tickets.
What about your dreams?
Yeah, we want it all. We want it all. So 1972-ish, 3-ish. I actually, Pop took me to see a movie. And during that time, it was a lot of Muhammad Ali fights and stuff going on. And Muhammad Ali was my thing, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Nobody can deal with Muhammad Ali. That was my thing. Rumble, young man, rumble. That. I love that dude. All right, so I went to see this movie, and I didn't know what the plot was about, but the people had on karate uniforms, and I had seen like Kato and the Green Hornet, and this was probably before like David Carradine, Kung Fu, and all that. When we were shown, I don't know the chronological order of it, but during that time frame, what happened is I went to the movie and I seen a black guy, a white guy, and a Chinese guy. Man, there's a whole lot of jokes right here. I can go all over the place with this, but this is the truth. I seen a black guy, a white guy, and a Chinese guy. All of them had problems on this island. And there was a whole lot of fighting on it. Name of the movie was Enter the Dragon. And from that day on, that lit the spark in me when I saw Bruce Lee screaming and hollering. I seen bro with the afro fighting for what he thought was right. Yes, he was fighting the police back then. All right, we ain't gonna get into that, y'all. But yes, he was. He was beating the police up. But Jim Kelly. I got to meet him. A lot of in my years, I've met a lot of people. Yeah, they hit a spark in me between Bruce Lee and Muhammad Ali were my two heroes growing up. I wasn't tall, so basketball, I didn't lean towards basketball. Wasn't really big, so football, I liked the contact, but I wasn't really into football. But martial arts showed me that it didn't matter how big I was or how tall or anything. If I learned it and you didn't know it, I can get with you. So yeah, that changed. That started changing me, and as I got older, I took it more and more seriously. Those two things right there kind of did it for me.
And what happened to those bullies?
Can we talk? Can we even talk like that?
Actually, this is not for kids per se, but the parents should.
I don't want. Look, anyway. And
this is back in
listen. Score got settled.
But he told y'all that the bullies was coming to his door.
Right.
They started coming. They came to his door first. All I'm saying.
Back in the days, man, I can tell the bottom of Park Heights come to the top of Park Heights. And anybody from Baltimore know where Park Heights is, had Cold Spring. My people know, they know. See, back in the days. But yeah, that's what made me start, and actually Pop took me to first school, which was down on Park Circle, which incidentally was down the bottom of Park Heights where most of my troubles was coming from.
So you get out of class like they messing with you where? Right around the corner.
No. I infiltrated quietly, humbly, in the mix. No need, no. Look, no. I'm in there, I'm learning the lesson. I'm in and I'm out. That's it. That's how I come there for one thing. They don't need to know I'm there unless they in the class with me. Other than that, I'm out of there. Yeah. And I really, really, really paid attention.
We're gonna jump. We're gonna jump a little bit. I don't know how much, but I didn't mention this. My brother was also, well, we all were into it, but he was the first one to teach me breakdancing.
Oh, no. Okay.
And popping. See, I don't know if y'all ever heard. This right here is one of the original Electric Papa Tears.
I am gonna talk about it, man. I knew you was gonna do this to me, right?
We got to go over the whole thing. So not only was he in the martial arts, because this is the we talking about the beginning. You know, in '72 you start doing. It's like you doing everything when it's pop culture, right at the cusp of pop culture. You got into martial arts at the beginning. Enter the Dragon changed everybody's running around trying to kick somebody,
Right.
and then right in '75, '76, hip hop starts going crazy. Disco is going wild.
Mm-hmm.
So when did you realize? When did you get together with the dance crew scenario? Dance crew, music, hip hop. How did it all come together? I don't remember it not being there. Of course, because I was 10 years younger, but I don't remember
You
it
were
not
10
being there.
years younger, so by the time
By
you
the
got
time I
on the
was
scene,
17,
yeah. The dance crew. Some of y'all know me as a dancer from back in the days. Some of y'all don't know what the hell my brother is talking about, and you will never know.
the Electric
But
Puppeteers. I guarantee you, there's a video somewhere on YouTube.
but those of you that do know that when I could do what I could do, I did it. I did it. But it happened as a result, I guess, with martial arts, man. I'm gonna be honest with martial arts because a lot of the cats that I was dealing with in martial arts that was learning from different schools and everything, everybody was trying to dance. They was dancing back in the days. And then when the turn about 79-ish, when that turn really turned that corner for hip hop, by us being in Baltimore and New York coming up and down and the breakdance, once the breakdance, the movies hit like Breaking and B Street, that was a wrap. Everybody was trying to do it. You had old men trying to do it. And, it was just it was our generation. It was our time. And whatever was not basketball or baseball, I was going to prevail in. So if I was prevailing in martial arts, fighting, slipping, dodging, kicking and slipping, flipping and twirling and twisting and, with the beat of the music came naturally. So those two things were able to, to stay together, to stay with me. Yeah, even at 300 pounds, y'all.
Well, that's how some of his students we would set up doing adult affair events and cabaret events and all-inclusive adult affair events. A lot of students and people from the community would come, and we were at one of the events, and Dell got to the middle of the circle and started.
I had to give him a little bit. I had to make somebody drop the drink or something, so the real.
All the students like, oh.
Yeah, that's that. We had fun back in them days. But I mean, it's just about expression and energy, man. That's what everything is about, energy and expression. The longer you let your energy lie dormant, sitting still, not moving, not eating, not doing what you're supposed to do, the more statuesque you're going to be. The more you get up and move and do what you got to do, we're going to be here a long time, man. We're going to be Benjamin Buttons and Jennifer Buttons. We're going to be there.
Yeah. But
yeah, so don't you people out there think that our life has always been, breakdancing and B Street. It has not.
No.
Especially me.
You said some key things. Just in the midst of that, finding yourself in things that you could do that didn't require you to be a certain height, certain size, and that's big for anybody watching now. There's people right now, especially at a time like this, for those that are watching now, it's an unprecedented time going through quarantine, COVID-19, pandemic, uprising, and people have been in houses around the world for upwards of 150 days, 120 some days. So a lot of people are thinking about their lives. Some people have lost their normal jobs, but and for kids and finding things, what are my kids going to do and stuff like that. It's a powerful thing to hear that, look, it doesn't matter how big, tall, small you are. There's something out there for everybody. You got to find where you fit in.
And you will adjust. You will adjust. This, if anything, this COVID had showed everyone, you will adjust. I mean, it hit me directly. I was in the gym industry. That means I had a gym. and they say close all gyms. That is a direct missile to my front door. Wow. So that means whatever I'm doing inside automatically stops. Well, I'm a mom and pop. I'm small on the food chain. You know, Raw Fitness is small. So what do? We go video, and I come from behind of being the face of, or, you know, laying back in that administration. Now I'm a foot soldier again. I'm running troops again. I'm back in the fight again. You know, I'm back on the infantry line again. I'm back down there again in order to keep what I believe and what I'm trying to do going in the right direction. You know, so we will always adapt and overcome. So I just learned at a young age, if what I wanted didn't fit this way, I'm gonna flip it and make it fit this way. Oh, but I'm gonna have the same thing, but I'm just gonna, the way I get there, my trajectory, you know, will be a little different than normal because I'm left-handed.
So what's one of the biggest obstacles? Some of the biggest obstacles that you've had to overcome throughout your life that you see have become an asset now?
The biggest obstacle that I had coming up that I think is an asset now, patience. I'm learning to be a little more patient. Well, hell, a lot more patient. I was an impatient Jones, you know. I believe in being impatient now, but no, I'm working on my patience. Now, when it comes to training, y'all, no, I'm very impatient. I'm gonna be, no, that ain't where it lie, but in dealing with individuals, you know, in dealing with individuals, because, you know, it's everybody dances to the beat of their own drum. That's probably what I didn't pay any attention to coming up because of the things that were imposed upon me coming up. You know what I'm saying? It's like, this is what you got, this is what you got to deal with. You either gonna like it or you gonna lump it, you gonna deal with it. But this is what it is. So patience now, woo, if I had it back then, oh man, there's no telling where this thing would be, you know? If I had it back then. So something that I could have used back then that now seems to be part of the antidote, I say, is patience. And having a, I'm gonna try to bring it together for you. Having a broader spectrum of people, all people, having a broader spectrum.
Well, that's something that's something I can say about you, because I think I told you before. If not, I'll tell you now. You're definitely gifted in teaching, and you've always flipped the script. I was gonna touch on the military piece, but I want to touch on something that you told me a while back, and that seemed like a journey that alone seemed like a lifelong journey. And I never fully got the aspect of how it all occurred. You found out once you were in the military, you came to California, you were in the military doing your thing, you started training people in martial arts. Did you start training people in martial arts before you got to California, or when you got to California?
I started training people in martial arts when I got to California.
Okay, so you came to California. I think you said you met, I don't know if it was Dan Anasanto or who it was.
I met Danny, but I was learning from James P. Arsenano, he was born in the Philippines, and his wife was in Vietnam.
But when you initially met him, from what you Arnes Di Manuel Ditsu, the style you thought you would.
Yeah, those connections, what I learned in Maryland and what I learned in California were totally two different systems. One was traditional and one was bits and pieces of traditional arts. So they were totally two. So you could never you could connect the systems, but you could not connect the teachings that I received.
And I liked it because I like the way you broke it down. Because when you said, when you found out, and this is something just growth and stuff, because you still gave mad respect to Jay and all the cats that took the kids off the streets and said, all right, we're going to put y'all in here. But you said you were somewhere and the person came to you. It was almost like that scene in Enter the Dragon when dude went to kick and Bruce said, what was that?
Well, you know what it is see what happened was, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Right.
Certain techniques are called certain things in certain systems, but a punch is a punch, a kick is a kick, a block is a block.
Right.
So I did some certain specific type of what we call Sinawali, which is a weaving pattern where we, use weaving tactics, intertwine. It's a drill. And it's just some things they didn't connect. And when they didn't connect, see, I'm not a person to really question. What I do is take all the products that I receive and build Voltron. That's what I do. You see what I'm saying? You want to know how I stay relevant? I'm always building Voltron. I'm taking everything that I can absorb, the energy from all things. And I am building and will continue to build until I guess I'm here no more. I'm gonna build. That's what I do.
And you're a master, grandmaster in martial arts now. So when does it train? Where does the next transition come on? Because you told me something when I was like, well, so what's going on with martial arts school? And you, like I said, transition is not foreign to you. You was like, you're going to adapt accordingly. You said, Troy, the market is changing. And you said something key, especially in being in Maryland. I know down south it may be a different, and, you see now they have the Cobra Kai starting back up. So you may see a surge of young people starting to do California martial arts. They beating each other in school. But you said most people aren't taking the 5 years plus to stay in the program to achieve the levels in martial arts. But everybody wants to be fit. Some people want self-defense. I have those systems already. And you adapted and you initially closed your dojo. I don't know if you still take private students for that, but you initially closed your dojo.
Well, I closed my dojo basically it was behind personal greed. It was a two-part. One, it was the death of my lead belt at that time, which was Jamel Freeman. That hit me. He kind of called himself following in my footsteps, wanted to be a ranger in the military, martial arts, black belt, wanted to learn everything, do and be all he could be. Well, fate hit him, August the 11th on his daughter's second birthday. He was killed by a roadside bomb. That hit me really hard because I was at the point where I was trying to build a hierarchy to give the torch away.
Right.
See, him and my son that was here, those two could have took both sides of the torch, and continue. And I could have just went on and been fat and went on off into the clouds, Kung Fu Pandas do, but that didn't happen. When he died, it shook me, and then the bond between me and my son didn't pan off either. So with those two things happening to me and me trying to hold it together, I said, I am not going to teach any longer. And that was my thing. So, but when I got my next gym, I still took a small class of, 11, 10 people plus some kids. I'm still gonna be slipping and dipping, and whenever people need to see it, it's gonna be there.
I think, and this is the thing I'm getting to, because once you get to a certain level, isn't there a philosophy or something that you want to teach, put down in books, leave about
Well,
what you
I'm kind of a made it worse. I've done speak for me type dude, as far as leaving, this, that, and the other. I'm still working on my memoirs. I'm thinking about writing a book, but I'm a humble guy, man, and I'm in it for a different purpose. My purpose, my life's still here, man. I've been through a few situations. I'm still here. So if I'm still here, it's not just to lie dormant and lay around until I die. It's here to help as many people get right as quickly as I can while I'm here. So, I got to stay right in order to do that, right?
So how did you because a lot of people talk about boot camps and boot camp this and boot camp, and you got a couple guys that's in the military and they start their own boot camp. Yours is different because I see, because the same training philosophy you had in martial arts you have in this, and you've taken things to another level. And the great thing is you do put self-defense and martial arts in your training. They may not always know it.
They never know until it's over.
Until the elders something pop off. I'm like, are you grabbing my shopping cart? And
I always ask the question of why we train. And some people say, well, that's a good question. Well, I know why I train, but why should we be training? We should be training to learn something, but we should be training to be able to take what we've learned and put it into application to help someone else and help ourselves, right? So I'm training you to be fit. The way I train you, you have to get fit. You have no choice, okay? And then we accompany that with the proper diet and, get rid of some myths that you have about food and eating, that type of thing. And a lot of people, I'd say about 78% of people out there are not working out properly. And if you tell them something different, they won't listen to you. So what I do is I take a person and I say, hey, they say, I want to lose 100 pounds. I say, come with me. I say, can you follow directions without deviation? And they say, sure, I can. And I say, okay, we're going to see. Don't eat this, don't eat this, don't eat this. Come see me on this day, and this day. Don't miss a day. When they show me that, next thing you know, they have lost 60 pounds within 5 months.
Within how long? I got the last
like 5 months. 5 months.
60 pounds in 5 months. And I've seen the result. So, the great thing about
I lost 100 pounds in 7 months.
The young football player, young student.
Jordan lost 100 pounds in 7 months. Yeah, he's the record holder. He's the record holder right now. He is.
All right, so let's go back to the military. Since everybody talking about military in the news, I never forget you going in the military, you writing letters, stuff like that. And I was like, yeah, I guess I'm gonna go in the Army too. And you were like, no.
Well, yeah.
And now, but people don't understand there was a reason behind your no, because of what you went into. I know some stuff you can and can't talk about.
What it is like this, and I'm not going to, but it's like this. But the thing of it is this: the military ain't for everybody, and it's not to belittle anyone.
Right.
This is not for everybody. It's a lot of people it is for, but there are just as many people that it's not for.
Right.
A lot of people huff and puff. They get out here with a gun, vest on, and talk that talk and try to walk that walk, but they won't put that mean green on, or that down brown on. They won't put it on. So what I say to those people is just hush. You're not allowed to speak. You're not. It ain't for everybody. That's just real talk. It ain't for everybody. It helped me because without it, I probably wouldn't be here. Because the imposed discipline that it put upon me, I still had the street in me. So what it did is it just took it to the edge and said, okay, we're gonna let you see over this edge. You can jump or you can fly. Which one you want to do? You know, if you jump, ain't no guarantees, but if you fly, you can soar forevermore. So I decided to fly, man. It's about choices and, you know, the red pill or the blue pill. That's what it's all about. That's what life is about. Red pill, blue pill. You take the red one and be fat and rich, or you take the blue one and get it right and be tight. You know, it just depends on what you want to do.
Right.
And then what you do with it when you get it.
So what excites you most now about life, about moving forward? What's the thing that's got you excited, the goal that you want to achieve that really not just keeps you moving forward, but something that excites you?
What excites me, to be able to walk around without a damn mask on, man. That's real exciting right now. You know, to be able to, you know, travel, go home to Jamaica, you know, see what's new, see if it's for me, see if it's for you. You know, go to Jamaica, man. Look, come on, bro. Look at it. That's what excites me.
For those that haven't been to Jamaica, I haven't been. I gotta go. I just told you I gotta go grassroots style. I've been to Jamaica 3 times, but each time it's been, you know, in the grill twice, but it hasn't been like, you know, I had to perform twice. I went to Jamaica, bro. Huh?
But I figured. But yeah, excitement right now is the election. You know, what the people going to do. I like watching people. I like to see how people change with what's going on. Kind of frustrates me how naive we can be at times. You know, we just can't see what's going on when it's going on right in front of us. Maybe it's just not accepting things, you know. But when you see things for as they are, you know, excitement at this time, man, I just go with the flow, bro. I just love life, live life. I work out every day, 12 hours a day. I'm training people. I get up at the crack of dawn. I lost 100 pounds.
Now, let's say this, because I want a couple tips in here. People that don't know, if they can definitely find you in rawfitresults.com.
Yes.
About Business 247 on IG, and Del Ali Rawlings on Facebook. You can find them all over the place. But you've put something in play that if people did it more often, I found out because when I shot up in weight and my knee started messing with me back in 2010, and I was working in Brentwood, and I was like, man, I'm limping around. I said, man, get up early, get out and just walk. And beat the, you know, walk for an hour, but walk, like power walk.
Oh,
you
yeah.
are doing equivalent to what was marching back in the day in the service. You know.
It's like speed march we used to do in the military. You know, we call it hoofing, humping. We call it, you know, we really put weight on and we move out. We try to do a 12-minute. The goal is to do a 12-minute mile. That's the goal. Right now, you know, I'm not really, you know, I'm an old cat. I'm old, y'all. Older, it's the oldest I've ever been, damn it. Don't tell me I know I'm old. All right. So I'm like at 13-minute, you know, 13-minute mile, no running.
Right, no run.
Regardless of terrain. So if it's all uphill, if it's up downhill, doesn't matter, it's terrain. We just, you know, the mile point, 12 minutes is what we shoot for. 12-minute mile walking, not running. You know, that is really a deed to accomplish. You know, to do a mile in 12 minutes, that's pretty quick. And with you know, an additional 30 pounds or 50 pounds, whatever the case may be on your back. You know, that's part of our regular training. That's called catalyst. We do a lot of balance and squatting, kicking training along with that to really get your lower extremities, lower ab. A lot of people have problems getting rid of lower ab flat. Believe me, I've got rid of a whole person. My before and afters are phenomenal because And it's not like I don't have work to do. I mean, I keep it real. I'm about 200 pounds now. My biggest, I was 311. You know, I have very little cellulite, no lipo skin. I ain't too bad. I ain't gonna get into all that. That's PG-13. But anyway, you know, you just have fun and you just train, man. And you just, my thing is I just try to keep as many people motivated and excited about doing this painful stuff because it's easy to get out of shape, man. You could just, you know, sit there and watch your favorite show with the popcorn and the butter and the, you know, get a couple ice creams and little Debbie's. You know, I know all of them. You know,
and it's such a time. I want people to really key in because like it's you have access to trainers all around. You, Dell is in Maryland right now, in Los Angeles, but you have access to trainers all over the world now because of the way your system is set up. Is very if you have any time. I don't know if all your blocks are full. You knocked out a couple today to do this, but I need people to know like this was normal stuff that everybody hears people going through, and a lot of times they don't make it through. I saw with my own eyes just a base of what you did, and it wasn't you make it look easy if people are watching you because
yeah.
Well, when I say that because of this, because I go back a little bit on this. I remember when you first got back to Maryland, when you and your wife moved to Maryland, and we were all, you know, together. You had a security job, and I tell people I try to stay around people that I can set clocks to because I try to be better with timing. And you would get to your job 2 hours ahead of time.
Yeah, every day,
and walk the hospital.
Now, I do everything, man, every day. Yeah. Go to work 2 hours early every day.
And so, and your average day starts at what time? What time do you get up now?
I'll get up I don't get up too early, man. I get up about 5, 5:30,
Okay, 5, so your first client is usually about 6:30.
Yeah, and I'm 12 hours straight, man. 12 hours straight.
And in October, it's the 9th? Your birthday 9th or 19th?
19th, sir.
Yeah. So October 19th, you'll be how old?
137 years old.
137 years.
of hard life.
But no, that's a regimented thing. I want people to know because a lot of people, like you said, people get up, they eating it. But now, on top of people's normal depression, and we watched our father suffer through depression, even if people didn't know what it was until it wasn't popular to talk about depression back in the 70s, the 80s, the 90s.
Oh yeah,
it just became the thing to talk about therapy. But man is making everybody laugh. Everything is ha ha he he, and then could sleep away for hours, but wasn't always that. So we need to keep tabs on people and let them know different ways. What are the things? Well, you don't have time to be depressed. You got time to bleed.
No, that's not true, man. I mean, I went through a great depression, bro. I went through depression. When you around 300 pounds, you depress a lot. You gotta understand something, man. I was a situation where I was a muscular dude that was covered by fat. So that means I already had problems shopping. Once the fat covered, I couldn't shop nowhere but big and tall. I'm the shortest dude and big and tall. I'm scraping 5'10" with a 5X shirt.
Rolling the sleeves up, looking like
right. Looking like I ate people for dinner. You know what I'm saying? But I mean that was depressing. And then realizing that you're that sick that they said, man, 20 hours, you could have been dead. Parts of your lungs shut off, you're not getting no air over here. I'm feeling fine. Other than my leg. That almost took me out.
Or what you believe to be fine at that point.
Yeah,
because like
what I believe to be fine.
You were jumping out of planes, helicopters. You said, because the first thing you said, it was like, it wasn't painful compared to how my legs feel when I jump out of plane. I was like,
I've been dealing with pain all my life. But that particular day, like I said, the pain was different, and it was something, and it was alarm, and I'm thankful, and I tell everybody just to listen to your body. Don't if something seems crazy, start studying about it. Start taking. I tell them go natural first. Start dealing with natural remedies. Go natural first. A lot of things can be taken care of naturally. I'm not saying that it's the answer to all things, but a lot of things can be taken care of natural. I know for myself and my clients, I have them do everything natural. We don't take supplements. We don't take shakes. Only shakes we take is natural fruit, natural vegetables. We blending that up. We don't add whey, we don't add casein, we don't add any of those proteins because all of that derives from milk, and we don't do those things. That works for some people, but when you realize there's a difference between muscle, fat, and inflammation, and you understand, what acidic things cause inflammation, you take those out of your body, you'll lean out, cut up real nice. No running.
Y'all got a DM. He just dropped some knowledge. There's a difference between fat and inflammation. So y'all got a DM because some of y'all are like, yeah, I'm just fat. No, you could be near that.
Inflame. You inflame. Right. And you stop eating things that inflame you, you will shrink. Yeah. But the knowledge is there. People just won't take it. And that's what
it, like this is not my brother's not someone who, because at one point in time he was studying herbs and taking vitamins. He was taking he was taking vitamins like a meal. So he was taking so many vitamins.
I was trying to find the antidote, man. I was trying to find the antidote. I was trying to find it.
Yeah. We're gonna go ahead. He was taking vitamins like they were planning. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead right now. We can leave now. But
yeah, I was trying to find a solution. Trying to find a solution in that magic pill. Or that magic potion.
And this was the 90s. So you look younger now than you did in the 90s.
Man, don't tell no more about that. Yeah, I know. I get taught about it every time. I get beat down about looking too young for this. Yeah.
Well, you gotta get
right. It's all right.
All right, before we get out of here, what do you want to say to people? Because like I said, we could do 3 or 4 of these. It's a bunch of different avenues, but I wanted to
come back because we're gonna have to hit on some of the subject matter in the world out here,
Right.
But I want to say, people, love one another. Do what you can to be the best person you can be. Train, because everybody will and everybody can agree that something is going on. So whatever's going on, you got to be ready. Either it's to change a tire or to dig a ditch. You got to be ready. So with that being said, it is no excuse while you're sitting up just letting yourself die. I was doing it. 100 pounds off, no running, 10 months. And it's been, April, I celebrated another birthday. I haven't gained a pound back, and it's been well over 2 years now. Just about. It's been 2 years, 10 months. I done added an additional 18. Yeah, it's about almost 2 years, y'all. I haven't gained 1 pound back. I don't run. Yes, I walk like the house is on fire, but I do. But I do not run, and you don't have to run, and you don't have to walk as hard either. It just depends on how much you're willing to hone in on your diet. The fuel. What kind of fuel are you putting in your Mercedes? Are you putting regular fuel in it? If you put regular fuel in it, it's not going to work. You got to put premium in it to make it work, run right.
The guru.
Yes.
Teacher. I call him teacher for a number of reasons. Got a lot of stuff to teach. We're gonna hit him back again, but I want y'all to DM. This is key. Setting up time, setting up things. Me and Zoe about to get with you because she have a homeschooling, and we got some time in between. So I'm gonna figure out some time that we can do a family thing, half an hour, whatever it is. We can get you on the camera and do it.
Okay,
We're gonna knock that out because baby girl getting a little buttery, and I said, no, this ain't gonna be. let's hit the walk. We gotta walk. Yes, get it. Lip, rotten lip.
Yeah, we got to do it, bro. We got to do it. Whatever y'all want to do, just let me know, man.
All right, give everybody your information before you get out of here.
www.rawfitresults.com. On Facebook, the Raw Advantage Fitness Movement. The Raw Advantage Fitness Movement. The Raw Advantage Fitness Movement on Facebook. That's the unabridged one. That's the one where you hear my clients cussing at me and stuff like that. That's the R-rated one. My regular page is Raw Fit Training on Facebook, but the Raw Fit, what did I say? The Raw Advantage Fitness Movement is where you see the workouts, and we actually do the articles, and I try to make people laugh, because when you're bringing it, they need something to hold on to.
How long is the average workout you work with somebody?
Well, it's an hour, but the minimum is 45 minutes. Now, if you work out with me, unlike the other trainers, for the most part, if I'm about that day, you might get 7 minutes of talking in there. 53 minutes between you gasping for air and me giving you your break on my clock. That's all you get. So 45 to 53 minutes pretty much continuously, but then you get your little breaks. That other minutes within the hours are afforded to your break time.
And he does give you air. Air is free.
Yeah, you don't pay no taxes on it enough. No.
Now.
Not at all. All right, man.
Thank you for taking a beat. Thank you for taking a minute with us. I'm
coming back, man, so we can talk. I'm coming back. I'm working right now, about the clock in. Y'all know how we do.
Yes, sir.
But love y'all, love everybody. Y'all love one another. Love, peace, and hair grease.
Love you, bro. Talk to you in a minute.
All right. See you.